how's it going everyone? Templar here. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do a unit guide on one of my newer units. That unit is the Men-at-Arms, if you hadn't already guessed. We'll start the video off by going to the unit page and explaining what skill points to take. See you over there. Alright, so the Men-at-Arms are chivalric units. They're at the 4.5 star part right here. You have to go through the Dement Spearmen and Squires to get to them. The Men-at-Arms excel at assaulting castles and defending castles. They have the ability to block and keep attacking, and they also have the ability to do a shield charge, and they can be called back to commander if you get in a situation that you can't exactly control. So the build for the Men-at-Arms, you want to go the Soldier's Life, then you want to put 1 point in sword blocking so you can keep the block status while they're attacking, and then you want to go all the way up the bottom tree here. This gives you all the defensive options and shield wall. Shield wall is really great because it allows you to get additional defense against attacks while they're in formation, against like piercing. And well, yeah, so archers basically can't penetrate through them. Heroes have a very hard time penetrating through the shields unless there's multiple of them, or they're using blunt attacks. As you can see, their blunt defense is quite low, so that is one way that you can get around the shield. The Men-at-Arms is to use blunt weapons. As you go up the line, they get additional bonuses like piercing defense, and they get bonuses in shield wall formation, reduced range damage, which is even better because it makes it so fire archers and gunners, more common units like that you'll run into, they won't pen these shields at all, especially if you have a longsword to heal them if they do take damage. They're basically gods until the heroes come and deal with them. Or maybe cav, but even if a cav charge hits you, as you'll see later in my video, the cav charge might only kill one to 5 units maybe. Everything else will be at half health. They're really strong against the lower end cav still. So next you'll take reduced damage from rear attacks because their biggest weakness is getting hit in the rear. So if somebody comes from behind and hits them while they're in shield formation, they won't be considered having their shield up while they're attacking, you know, from this ability here. So just keep that in mind. If you want to kill them, hit them from behind, they'll be extremely vulnerable, as are most units, I guess, because you get critical hits. And then their second last ability is they can't be stunned by ordinary attacks while in shield wall formation. So when you have this, they can't be hit by those micro stuns anymore from the auto attacks, so it allows them to stay in their formation a lot easier. And the final capstone, the one you want the most, is the unit slowly recovers health, which allows them to recover health slowly over time. And if you pair that with a longsword, your Men-at-Arms are basically indestructible. So essentially what you want to do with your Men-at-Arms is you want to place them in front of other units and absorb archer fire for them. And then when the enemy gets greedy with their archers, you want to charge in and capitalize on that. So we charge in here and, you know, absorb all the arrows. My units, as you can see on the life total, barely take any damage from these archers. And we proceed to cut them down, but I screwed up and didn't notice that the cav was coming, and they hit me. But I only did lose 6 guys, and I was able to quickly restore them up to health and continue on my way. Another kind of area, once again, you can use your archers. Use your Men-at-Arms is charging into not only archers, but groups of enemies with them. But right here, they did not have a hero, so I was able to capitalize on that quite a bit and cut all these units down. But as you can see, they do take a lot of damage when they get attacked from behind. So like when they're in melee combat, sometimes these enemy units will circle them, and they'll hurt their exposed rear, which will do a lot of damage. So that's their greatest weakness, really. So you basically just want to babysit them. These are definitely a babysitter unit. You don't want to kind of leave them out on their own or they'll be killed, because they do have that weakness on their back. And once again, demonstration of archer fire and just kind of defending my teammates. They're really good at charging and taking castle walls, so you want to capitalize on that. Like right there, that guy used his ult to knock him over. Didn't even lose a single guy. Some went down to red, but since I'm a longsword, I just healed them up. So they really shine with a longsword baby in them. But in these videos, I'm not even using it like a toughness longsword. I'm using a strength longsword, so I can help kind of deal damage with them. So my teammate already charged in there, and I kind of fell up behind him. They can lead the charge or follow a charge. And like right here, you see like 2 heroes are hitting them. I lost a guy. Easy heal. Put him back in position. Reform them up, I mean, and continue the push. Another good weakness for them are those actual archer musket bombs. They knock them over right out of their formation. So if an enemy hero jumps on them at that time, they can get quite a few kills. Like I lost 2 of them there. But these are a really good unit for the most part. They soak damage and they push and deal damage. And I definitely use them in my lineup all the time for defense and offense. And like in these videos, I don't even have the regeneration upgrade on them yet. And once I get that, they'll be pretty much unstoppable when I'm with them. And yeah, I would definitely recommend getting these. They're only in the, well, they're heroic era units, I guess, but they're, you know, their kits are 3,900 each every time you lose them, which isn't too bad for the amount of work you can actually put in with them. I've had a few games where I get over, you know, 100+ unit kills with them, a few hero kills. But right here, in this clip right here, I'm just showing like their weakness. So me and my buddy Sidewind were thinking like, hey, we'll stack 2 groups and they will be able to get by. But we weren't paying attention, and last minute we see the enemy coming up behind us, so we figure we have time because those shield men are there. So we turned around to charge all these guys thinking we could, you know, deal with the 4 of them no problem. Well, it turns out the guy took his shields away, and we got our asses, we got pounded in basically by these guys. But they still show, it just shows how much damage they can actually take, like right here. And yeah, I would recommend getting them. I'd probably give them like an 8 out of 10 or maybe even a 9 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.